seconds, we will start giving out the maps, and then you can start with your planning phase. 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you get the maps now. So everyone with the blue numbers, if you're not yet here, down here in the map queue, then immediately come down here to queue for the maps. So hello to everyone who joined us now on the live feed. I see the live feed has started. Yes, people waving, looking happy in the sun. I can tell you it's actually really cold in here, about 6 degrees, but it's sunny because it promised to be rainy, so I'm really, really happy with this weather. Oh, I can start waving too, yay. So everybody who joined us on the live feed, I can tell you that just about 1 minute ago was the time when we gave competitors the maps, and now they can start planning with their team. So everybody's now looking for their teammates and searching for them in order to make the best strategic plan ever. The teams who haven't collected your map yet, you should come down here to the map desks. Now is the time when you all should already take the map. So the team members with blue numbers, be welcome here next to the map desks. Now is the time when you can get the maps in here and quickly start with planning. Yes, here these desks with blue numbers, find your numbered desk and you can get your map with blue numbers. I still see quite a few sets of maps in here. People with blue numbers, you're very welcome down here to get your map and start planning with your team. I still see the maps for quite many teams, to be honest. Like around 20 or 30 teams or even more still haven't claimed their maps. So you can come down here to the map desks.
He's gone out there. I don't know. And it's a him, I think.
I have a person here who really needs to find somebody from Lithuania because he number 36, 136. So if you're from Lithuania and number 136, can you please come here to the map desks? Here's one of your team members who really can't find you. So from Lithuania, 136, please come here to the map desk. Thank you. Which number do you want to call? Yeah? 166 is here? Yeah. And you're looking for a teammate? Yeah. With the same number? Where is your teammate? So here's another person who's struggling to find the teammates. 166. A Turkish and Slovenian person is missing in here. 166. Come here next to the map desk. Your teammate is looking for you. Here's a person with 71 who is looking for his teammates. 71, please come next to the map desk here. They're looking for their teammates. And team number 17 is missing one person. From 17, there's 2 members here, but they're still missing one person. Please come next to the map desk. And number 78 is looking for teammates. Number 78, please come to the map desks. Your teammate is looking for you. And now Slovakian coach number 821 is missing. Slovakian coach with the number 821, please come next to the map desks here. And yet another person who looks for teammates, 127. Number 127, please come next to the map desk. And number 42 is looking for teammates. Number 42. So all the numbers that I'm saying here, please come next to the map desk. You have your teammates waiting in here. And number 4 is looking for teammates. And there's 814. Blue 814 is missing. They can't get the maps. So blue 814, please rush here. Latvian coach. Number 138. 138. He already has the maps, but is looking for the teammates. 138, please come here. And 71 is already desperate, so nobody here. 71, please come here. Your blue teammate is already waiting with the maps. 71. And the 807, it's coach's team looking for teammates. Number 14. I know that there were 2 members who were looking for the blue teammate. So the blue teammate was missing and they didn't get the maps. Number 14, please. Looking for team members with the maps already. He's here. Here's with the blue number, 138. And here are still maps that haven't been taken out. 151. 151 still hasn't taken the map. Number 14, I know there were two teammates who couldn't get the map because they didn't have the blue person. So number 14, please gather down here. 125 still haven't taken out the maps. 807, your map is still unclaimed. 807, anybody still looking for teammates? I'm here to shout out the numbers. Blue 830, so blue 830, coach missing from Austria. Austrian coach with the number 830. 829, missing team member. Polish coach 829. 166, Slovakian team member 166. Please come down here to the map desks. 832, still looking for members. 832. And 57, looking for teammates. And 44 looking for teammates. And still 138 all alone in here with the maps and looking for team members. $151 still hasn't claimed their maps. 151 still hasn't taken out the maps. And here's number 14 who hasn't taken out the maps yet. I know that two members tried, but they didn't have the one with the blue number. So number 14, we await you here next to the map desk. Still 830, walking around here looking for teammates. 820. 820. 138 still waiting here. Come on, people from the team 138. Your member is waiting for you here with the maps already ready. $832, team number 832, your member is waiting for you in here. You're looking for members? Okay. Team number 14 hasn't claimed their map yet. So team number 14, if you cannot find your blue member, then just come here as you are. You can already start planning. Team number 14, I know that you tried to get them up before, but you didn't have the blue member then. Just come down here without the blue member, and you can already start planning. Team 14, your map is here. And I know that two members are here somewhere on the stadium as well. $832. Is there 832 here somewhere? I have a person looking for 832. 820. 820. Team number 14, please come here. Even if you haven't found your blue member, Team 14, please come here. 137, 137, looking for a teammate. 137. So are there still people who haven't found their teammates? Please come here down to the desk because I can invite your teammates here. Please, the ones who haven't found your teammates yet, come down here to the desk. I can help you and I can shout out the numbers. Madis Pettai, kus sa oled, sinu tiimikaaslased ootavad sind pikisilmi. Madis Pettai, tule palun kohe siia kaardilaudade juurde, sinu tiimikaaslased ootavad juba mõnda aega. Üks tiimikaaslane ootab sind siin pikisilmi, seisab ja ootab, tule palun kohe siia. And still 138 looking for the teammates and 136 looking for teammates. 138, 136. Finally found all the teammates. It is a match now, nice. 136 now, still waiting for the teammates. So do we still have people who haven't found the teammates? I know it's 136 here. Is there anybody else? You have joined us now in the live feed. I can tell you that the teams claimed their maps around 19 minutes ago, and now is the intense planning phase. Almost everybody have found already their teammates, and now they're sitting here in the teams and making the best strategies how to fulfill all the requirements and how to find all the checkpoints and how to divide them. It's really interesting planning phase at the moment. So everybody who's looking at the maps now, you see that in the middle of the map, there's a long forbidden area, which is a big carway, a big road. There's the forbidden area of a long car road. It's strictly forbidden to cross it, but there's free places. There's free places where you can cross it. And those free places are marked on the map. I can see them as well. There's free places where you can cross this road, and you can cross this road only on those places. Those free places. Please make sure that you don't cross the road anywhere else. Just those free places. So there should be 49 control points in total on the map, which have to be found. And all the competitors, because it's important, I'm going to say it one more time. There is the big road, a forbidden road on the map. I hope you can all see it. You are not allowed to cross it on a random spot. You have to cross it through the free places that's marked on there. There's free places that are marked on this road where you are allowed to cross it, and cross it only there, not anywhere else. So we still have a missing Belgian coach 830. 830, Belgian coach, please come down here to the map desks. Belgian coach 830, your teammate is waiting for you next to the map desks.
Kas siin on või? Kuidas leviga on? Siin muidugi rahvast ei ole eriti, aga...
So I hope now everybody have actually found their teammates. I know that 830 arrived here as well, so the teams should be matched now. And now is the planning phase. There is still plenty of time until the start of the race. So there is still plenty of time to do the planning. The start will be 11, at 11, so there's still more than half an hour to go. And for the coaches, the start will be 10 minutes after 11. So you have even more time to make your strategies. So it's more than half an hour still to divide the controls between the team and to make the route choices. It looks really interesting. It's really nice to see the strategies being made. And just a reminder again, there is the forbidden area, the long forbidden area in the middle of the map. That's the car road. And this one, you can only cross on those 3 places that are marked on this road. So these are the only places where you can cross this road. Please take a notice on that. So everybody who for some reason haven't found your teammates yet, please gather here to the map desks, to the first map desk here where I'm waving with my hand. If you haven't found a teammate yet, then just come here and we will match you with the other persons who haven't found a teammate yet. So if you see me, I'm in full red, kind of looking like an ambulance employee. If you haven't found your teammate yet, please come here next to the first map desk where I'm waving at the moment, and we will match you here with other people who haven't found their teammates yet. So if here's anybody who doesn't have teammates yet, so now is the time to come here next to this first map desk, and we will match you with other competitors who for some reason haven't found their teammates yet. And there's still plenty of time to do the planning. There's a bit more than 30 minutes until the start. So you can take it easy, start to replan everything if you need to, but there's really plenty of time still to make a plan for the team. Don't rush to the start yet. There's more than half an hour left until that. It looks like here is nobody who still needs teammates. So it looks like everybody has actually found their teammates by now, which is really nice. You still have around half an hour now until the start. Who have joined us now on the live feed in the recent 5 minutes. Just for you to know that half an hour ago is when the teams started to get their maps and started with the planning phase. And now there is another half an hour left for that phase. And after that, there will be the start for the teams. And then it will get really interesting for the teams who will be looking for the controls. On the very same time, we'll get really crowded here around in Otepää, in the winter capital of Estonia. And now, just to remind you again, and I'm going to say it multiple times more because it is really important. Safety is important. You can see the forbidden area in the middle of the map, the long forbidden area. This is the car road, and you are not allowed to cross it on a random spot. You can only cross it on those 3 places that are marked on the map. So find those 3 places where you are allowed to cross it. Please explain it to your other team members as well, who might not understand my English. Please explain it to your whole team and make sure that nobody of your team crosses this car road on a random spot, but only on those 3 places which are marked on the map. This is to make sure that you're safe on the way. Now there's still 25 minutes left until the start. And I'm going to repeat again the security announcement. there is the car road in the middle of the map, which is marked as forbidden area, and you're allowed to cross it only on those 3 spots that are marked on the map. So please find those 3 spots. Please make sure that your whole team understands that these 3 spots are the only places where you're allowed to cross this car road. This is to take care of your security, so please try to comply with these rules. So you're not allowed to cross this road on any random spot. It looks like many of the teams are already done with the planning part. Just to remind you, the start will be at 11, so this is in around 21 minutes. And the start for the coaches will be 10 minutes later, so 10 minutes past 11 is the start for the coaches race. But the main start, the main thing will be at 11. 11 is the start for the competitors. So it's in about 20 minutes. You still have time to make your plans. And it's extremely important that you clear your SI card before the race. Otherwise, you will not get the result and then you will be disqualified. So it's really important to clear your SI card. And for that, we are already ready and prepared with the team. So everybody who's ready with the planning phase, you can now start moving to the start area. You can already clear your SI card. It's really important to clear your SI card. Otherwise, you will be disqualified and you cannot get a result. So everybody who's already ready with the planning, the starts are up there, up the stairs. You can already go to the start area to make sure that your SI card is cleared and that you're ready for the race. So a mobile phone has been found. Somebody, looks like somebody from Team Finland has lost it. So if Finnish people, you find that you have a mobile phone missing, I don't want to remove it from the case because it's a bit broken, so I don't know what phone exactly it is, but it's for sure somebody from Finland because it's Finnish words written here on the screen. So if somebody from Finland finds that your phone is missing, then please go to the information office. I will bring this phone there. And there's SI Air. Oh, we found the phone owner. Yes, you're welcome. There's SI Air card lost. I'm going to read the number. If you find it, then please bring it to any of the organizers. It's 3638128. So 3638128. SI Air card is missing. So if you find it anywhere here on the area, please bring it to any of the organizers and we try to take care that the person who lost it will get it before the race. And now all the teams who are ready with the planning, please already go to the start area. You can clear your SI card there. It's really important to clear your SI card because otherwise you will not be able to get a result. So if you are ready with the planning, then already please go to the start area. They are ready there to start clearing your SI card. It is still 17 minutes left until the start, so you don't need to rush. But if you all happen to come there on the very same last minute, then it can get a bit difficult. They are ready for you already now, so now you can already go to the start area to clear your SI cards. So everybody, I see people ready here with your maps already. Go to the start area. Go to the start area because you can clear your SI cards already. It will be a bit difficult if you all end up there on the very last moment. Please go there already, clear your SI card, and then you can do whatever else you need to do, stretching, warming. So please go there, make sure that your SI card is cleared, and then you can still be mentally preparing for the race of today. It's just around 16 minutes left until the start. Everybody who's ready with the planning, please proceed already to the start area. I see many people going there already. It's really nice. And everybody else as well, if you are ready with the planning, please go to the start area. And now to remind you again, who didn't listen to me before, there's this forbidden area in the middle of the map. Along forbidden area, this is a car road, and you are not allowed to cross it on random spots. You have to cross it in those 3 places which are marked on the map. Please make sure that your whole team understands it before the race. Only on those 3 spots is where you're allowed to cross the car road. And I see that many teams have already gone to the start area. Please go there if you're ready with your planning. Clear your SI card and you can still do some warm-up right after that. But please make sure that your SI cards are cleared. And again, the start for the coaches will be 10 minutes after the bigger start. So for all the teams, the starts will be at 11, and then for the coaches teams, the starts will be 10 minutes after 11. I see many teams already who are ready and going to the start area. So everybody's still here on the stadium. Soon you should start to wrap up with your planning, because there's not so much anymore left to the start, just 13 minutes, and before that you have to make sure that your SI cards are cleared. And you have to make sure that everybody in your team knows where to cross the car road. And now that there's just about 10 minutes left until the start, please proceed to the start area. Make sure that your SI cards are cleared and make sure that you're ready for the start then. You can still warm up a bit near the start area if you've cleared your SI card. But now that it's only 10 minutes left until the start, it's really time to wrap up the preparing phase and go to the start. Clear your SI card, make sure you're ready for the run. And good luck to everyone. I hope you will enjoy this race, and I hope that your plan works out and that you will find all the controls and that you will totally enjoy it here in this sunny Otepää. I see so many teams already here in the start. I came here shortly to check it out, how it looks like, and it's really many people already here, ready to go and explore Otepää in an orienteering manner. I'm sure you will see a lot more of Otepää than you have done before. And now everybody who's still planning there on the stadium, now it's really time to make your way here to the start area. It's just 9 minutes left until the start. 9 minutes. Make sure that your SI cards are cleared. Now it's still so now that is still around 7 minutes until the start. So anybody who's still there on the stadium, now it's really time to come here to the start area. Make sure that you clear your SI card, especially if you come on the last minute and maybe a bit nervous already. Still make sure that you clear your SI card. This is extra important because otherwise you will just not be able to get the result. So if there's anybody still planning there on the stadium, now it's really the time to come to the start area. It's still 6 minutes now left to the start. I still see some people on the stadium. Make sure to come here to the start area fast, especially if you haven't cleared your SI card yet. Find one of the organizers, clear your SI card, and then you'll be ready for the start. It's less than 6 minutes left now. I still see some people rushing there. You can still make it, don't worry. But if there is anybody still sitting on the benches and making a plan, then now it's really time to finish with that part and move to the start area. And just a reminder for the coaches, your start will be 10 minutes later, so don't run off yet. Your start will be 10 minutes after the first and bigger start. So now it's even less than 5 minutes left. If there's still anybody there making a plan, then please, now it's really the time to come here to the start area. Make sure your SI cards are cleared. At least now the stadium looks pretty empty. I don't see any more competitors there. But in case if somebody of the competitors is still there, now run to the start area, clear your SI card, and be ready for the start, which is now in just in a few minutes. So I hope now everybody is here already, ready for their start, because now it's just like around a bit more than 2 minutes left. So really, really soon. Now that the big start is done, wow, it looked amazing. They just all went really fast. It looked from here that like to all the random directions, but I'm really sure they had a certain plan where they're going to. But it looked really crazy. They were running so fast down the hills, and to really look like all the random directions, like a sun. And now it's just around a bit less than 9 minutes left to the start of the coaches. So coaches, if you're still not in the start area, make sure to go there really soon and clear your SI card, of course. Same holds for you. And I wish you all an amazing race here in Otepää, in the winter capital of Estonia, which is really wintry today, but at least not raining. And I hope you managed to find all the controls really fast and enjoy the race. And now it's a bit less than 8 minutes left until your start. Make sure you're ready for it. Your SI cards are cleared. The strategy is clear with the teammates. I wish you all the best for the race.
See on väga tume.
Nii on ukja.
5 minutes left to the start of the coaches. On the screen, we can already browse what's going on the track. So as I heard, the winning tactics in here is if you manage to do the perfect planning, which means that you would not have to wait for anyone. If you have to wait for any of the team members quite long, then this means that you failed in the planning phase. So the key is to optimize the running of the teammates, to find the optimum of the combo of the teammates. And I still see somebody here changing clothes from New Zealand team. There's less than 4 minutes left to your start. Don't make your teammates wait for you. Make sure your SI card is cleared as well. So if somebody is waiting for their teammate from New Zealand, 811. You know that this person is now running towards the start, so he will make it on time, don't worry. And now you see on the screen, you can see them running on the terrain already. The winning tactics is not about having just one good, perfect team member, but the winning tactics is more about the strategy. How can you optimize the strengths, and how can you make sure to not lose on the weaknesses? So the worst tactic would be to wait for someone somewhere for a really long time, because then that makes it hard to make it fast in the finish as a team. So the team play, team strategy, that's the key in today's race. There's a lot of people waiting for the teams up there in the cold and windy place. I'm really not jealous of them. Yeah, that's the strategy part and the planning part that maybe failed in that phase. Because if you have to wait for a team member, it means that you haven't optimized the running speeds of the team, and then you would have to wait in there. To arrive to this place at the very same time and then get off in there and don't spend any time in there. You can imagine if on both of these points where you have a team, if those you would have to wait, for example, 5 minutes for your team members, then it's already lost for maybe 2 persons. And then you see that many members and friends. So you're really a happy and lucky one if you get there on the very same moment with your team members and manage to proceed to the race.
Hästi, Artur! Esimese kolmandiku sees oled kindlasti! Salu mingi. Mis mitte? Lähevad küll, jäävad ellu isegi on jäänud mõni. Oi, rahulikult, et ei jookse, ta on kand ees korralikult, saab alla küll. Oi, joh, ei tuu. Tuleb kohe vaadatud siit alla. Oi, ei.
On the very same time, I can see that the coaches are now on the track as well. So soon, maybe, if these checkpoints on the track, we can see coaches waiting for each other. We can see how well they did with their planning. So planning is really the key components in here, how to succeed in today's race. So how to minimize the waiting time.
mine sinna, et seal jooksevad ikka. Mine siit nüüd mine. Ei, stopp! Tuleb, aga kas tal on mõttetud joostas nüüd ülesse, kui sul üle tiimi neid ei ole? Aga poiss, kas üks on veel puudu? Tule siia poole. Pidama ei saa enne tõttu, aga siis sa saad väga haige. Sinna jooksevad kukale. Tuli tead seda punkti, enne panna külmi.
If you haven't seen your team yet on the screen that you're cheering for, then don't really worry. There's 2 of those controls where you can arrive with your whole team, and it's up to the team to choose which control to take as the first one. So if you haven't seen the team yet that you're cheering for, don't really worry. It might be that they chose the other one as the first one, and we'll come to this one later.
I'm here, okay. Not serious.
So for a moment we saw the other checkpoint, which is next to a schoolhouse. So that's the other one where you all can meet that. And you can see that it's really hilly and tough in here. The one that you saw just a few moments ago, where you have those kind of weird slides, that's for winter snow tubing, which is popular in this area. And if you can do snow tubing, then it means it must be really hilly, and it's really tough to run up those hills. So it's definitely not easy today for the running part. Maybe it's easier on the technical side than on the previous days, but it's more now to think about the planning, the strategy, and it's more tough maybe on the physical side to run up and down those hills. And now you can already see Tinga as well for their teammates. So it turns out that they are not perfect in planning either. Even they are just human who need to learn a bit more planning, maybe even. You see them making warm in there, waiting for the teammates. So it's really interesting today how to do this on the strategical side, which controls to take first, which last, how to divide them, how to make sure that you lose as few as possible minutes on just waiting for the others.
Oh my god. Elise, go! Give a run, give a run, give a run.
You can see how physically demanding the races of today are. I'm not really sure if they must go up those really steep hills. I'm confident there has to be a way around, but it's the way that they take it at the moment looks really physically demanding. So must be really exhausting to do this race, but thrilling on the other side as well. I think doing the strategy here is really what would be the most interesting part for me myself.
I have to back a beat, eh? Hey. You know what?
I think he's on
In the house, I am getting down.
You saw the really tough people taking the shortcuts up the hill. If I'm not mistaken, then I've been running the same hill a couple of times, and you can actually go around the bits and use a tiny pathway, which is slightly easier as it's not that steep. So running these steep hills is really crazy difficult. And as you can see, some people have time for waving, time and energy. Must be really easy for them.
I got that in the house. Thinking maybe I can get that farther one. She's not here.
Maybe I can go.
You know, Papa? The spring. Spring, get fast. Okay. We can.
You can see that more and more teams now gather next to the schoolhouse as well. That's another place where they gather. So one is on top of this hill, one is next to the schoolhouse. And those are the points where they have to be together with a whole team. So that's the key part of the strategy. that you have to be in those 2 points at the same time in between them. Being on a track on about 21 minutes and some seconds. So I suppose they've taken many controls already. There's in total 49 controls that they divide between the 3 team members. So it's actually not so many that every team member has to take.
Let's go! Let's do it! Yes, yes. No, I feel it. Yes, easy. Bum. Woo! Let's go. Okay. Down.
A festival going on next to the schoolhouse. So many people waiting for their teammates. So it looks like the planning part is difficult for everyone. So how to actually plan a team with people that you never run together, and how to communicate to each other how fast you actually are and what you're capable of. And at the same time on the hill we see that there's people really struggling. Well, there's actually an easier way around to walk on the footpath, which is not so extremely steep as this one. It's another tricky part. If you're already there in the control, how to find actually your teammates. There's so many people gathered in there. This must be really tough to actually now browse around in there and find the right ones. But this one really indicates that the planning part has been difficult for everyone. It looks like most of the teams actually have to wait there for quite a while. In there, those are the ones actually who did their part a lot faster than initially planned. For example, the team number 23 boy from England that was there looking a bit desperate already. Well, it seems that he was a lot faster than he planned to be at first. And wow, we see a first team approach finish line. Hold hands. Team number 2 is approaching the finish line. Already, the first ones here. We don't have the results yet, so we don't know if they have fulfilled all the criteria that's needed, so if they have actually taken all the controls. But we see them approaching the finish as the first ones, and with really fast time, just around 25 minutes to go and find all these 49 controls with the team, so they must have done amazingly good planning. And there's already new teams approaching the finish line. So it was really tight. Team number 3 running here all together to the finish line.
We're going straight down?
So this is now really the preliminary results that the team number 2 and team number 3 were the fastest ones. There's still a lot of checking to do because it's more tricky on the information technology on side to actually manage this kind of competition. But from here it seems that the fastest today was team number 2 and then it was team number 3. I'll ask now a few words from team number 3. So how was the planning part? Did you manage to do it perfect on the strategic side? Because I saw so many teams waiting for each other in these mandatory control points. So how did you manage with your team?
We thought it was important to lose as little time as possible on the checkpoints, waiting for teammates, and we were successful with that because we all arrived at the same time. We also thought it would be important to not lose time on the very first control because everyone would go to those controls. So we planned according to that.
It looks like you did really perfect planning because I saw so many people waiting for so many minutes for their teammates in the control checkpoint. So congratulations for this really good planning.
Thank you.
Thank you. And let's browse on. Team number 38. You were one of the first ones here as well. So tell me how was, I think you were third or fourth. Yes. So how was your planning part? It seems that you didn't have to wait for your teammates for long as well. So was it easy for you to do the strategy at first and to communicate with your whole team how to actually plan it in a way that you don't have to lose time for waiting?
Yeah, we all did routes that were our strongest. So some people go fast, some people on tracks. Yeah, it worked out well. We didn't wait too long for each other.
Oh, so you actually planned it according to who can take tracks and who can climb mountains and...
Yeah. Heaps of climbs, so you gotta work that out.
Wow, thanks for that insight. That's really amazing that I didn't think about it first to actually do the planning in a way that you don't communicate only who's the fastest and who not and divide the controls, but you actually manage to divide it in a way that who is the best on the green areas, who is the best climber, who is extremely fast on the tracks and can get the furthest away controls. So that's some really nice team planning from here. Yes, here I see team number 6. You're roughly in the top 10 as well, so really fast. I've seen you on many days on the podium before. How was the planning part for you today? Did you manage to communicate it with a team and lose as few time as possible on waiting for each other?
Yeah, we tried to plan it very nice, so we would be at the same time. But maybe we planned a bit wrong, but pretty good overall.
Did you have to wait for long, or did you manage to be there on the same time?
We had to wait a bit, but not for so long time, I think. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, congratulations and good planning. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So yes, as we guessed already before, it seems like the strategy today was not to lose time for waiting. And it's really amazing how these teams have managed to actually do their planning in a way that they don't have to wait about not at all in the checkpoints, because you have to not only end up here in the finish on the same time, but actually on the intermediate checkpoints as well. So that's some really nice planning done from the first teams who arrived in here. So it's about more than 10 teams finished already, maybe 15, around that. But just to make sure that these are not the final results yet, there's a lot of checking to be done after the finish. So the final results we will know soon, but not yet. But you can see that there's many teams finishing already. The fastest ones were team number 2 and team number 3, and both of them said that they really succeeded on the strategic part of the race. So it's not important just to be a really fast runner, or it's not important to have the winner of yesterday's race in your team. It's more important how you manage to balance it and how you manage to optimize the strengths of your team.
Be careful.
I don't see yet any teams of coaches here. Well, the first competitors teams arrived here around 7 minutes ago. So if the coaches want to be as fast as the ones that they coach, they have to be here in less than 3 minutes already. Well, I don't see any of them yet. So who knows? Well, soon we will know if kids are better planners than their coaches are. It can very well be. And now we see more and more and more teams finishing hands in hands in the friendship teams.
He's lost. Maybe. Come on.
The teams keep on coming to the finish. I even see somebody running with a camera. They can make a movie night in the evening and browse how it was to run actually those really steep hills and how it felt like. And as we see more and more teams finishing, I still haven't seen yet any team of coaches. If they don't come here in the nearest minute, then they clearly are slower than the fastest teams of the main competition. And everybody who has finished already, please make sure to grab a warm jacket really soon, because it's only around 6 degrees outside. Make sure you don't get cold, because you don't want to miss the social parts of the event. So really make sure to grab some warm clothes so that you won't be cold. It's really, I'm wearing my full winter clothes set. Like really, I look like I'm going on a polar expedition. But yeah, this is how it feels like here at the moment. So if you're just with running clothes with short sleeves, then make sure that you get some warm clothes really, really fast in order to not to get cold. And now that I don't see still any coaches teams yet, we can say that they are slower than the teams of the main competition. And I see the first team of coaches finishing 812. If I'm not mistaken, then you are the first coaches teams. Of course, it's not an official result, but congratulations. I'm gonna come here and ask a few words about how your planning went. I saw a lot of people waiting everywhere on the checkpoints. So did you manage to plan it in a way that you didn't have to wait long for each other?
Yeah, well, I saw many different tactics among the youth. I think we have experience and we found 3 groups of controls and pretty equal for our level of physical level.
I can tell you now that the best tactics from the kids that I've seen so far was that they actually divided in a way that they knew who is best on the forest controls, who is best on running really fast on the tracks. They managed to do it in a way that they arrived on the checkpoints, on the mandatory checkpoints, at the exact same time. So this is the best planning that I've seen so far, and it was done among the top teams. And I can tell you that you were just about 1 minute slower than the fastest team of the kids, if I'm not wrong. But congratulations on being the fast team among the coaches. Thank you. So yet again, we saw that strategy was the key. That's what the coaches told as well, that they managed to divide 3 kind of equal groups of points, that they managed to run in a way that they didn't have to wait so much for each other. And they were clearly faster than the other coaches, because there's still no team of coaches here yet. And there's 808. You're the second team of the coaches here in the finish. So you did quite a good planning as well. So team 808, congratulations. How did your planning go? Did you have to wait for a long time? And how was, come here a bit to the side so that everybody can pass. So how was the planning parts of it, and how did it work out?
I think you did very well today. We wait just a few minutes for each other, and yeah, I think we choose the right way this day.
If you had to wait for a few minutes, then there's a bit to learn from the kids still, because the winning teams of the kids said that they arrived on the same time to the controls. So what do you say of that?
Yeah, that seems very well for them. And all congrats to the first team.
Was there any struggle in finding any of the controls as well, or did that go perfectly?
All the controls were fine. It was the slopes, coming down the slopes was very hard not to fall over.
Yeah, I saw it look pretty steep on the screen, but congratulations on arriving to the finish as the second coaches team.
Thank you.
Thank you. So now we have a lot of kids teams in the finish, and around 3 coaches teams. So yes, the key point of today was definitely the planning. Even the coaches team said that waiting a few minutes in the control wasn't that bad. But as we heard from the kids of the first teams, they didn't have to wait almost at all. So that's some really nice planning. Maybe some luck as well has to be involved, I have to say, but some really decent planning as well, and communicating to each other what are your strengths, how fast you are, and actually finding it out like that. So now that I have the first results, I can tell you, I'll just warn you that these can change a bit depending if it turns out that something was wrong for someone. But the first results are, the first one was team number 2 with Julian Vuitton, Zala Zavrl and Adrian Tamaret. It was French, Slovenian and Spanish team. The second was team number 2, who was 1 minute slower than the first team. It's So team number 3 was the second one. It's Quentin Andreu, Matilda Latvala, and Thomas Brendolise. So it was Thomas Brendolise, and it was French, Finnish, and New Zealand team. And third was team number 26. Team number 26. It's Atte Ikola from Finland, Aiden Skinner from New Zealand, and Daria Berezhna from Ukraine. So these are the 3 teams that managed to optimize their strengths in the best way, who managed to actually not wait for each other for a long time and managed to succeed on the orienteering so good. So I will read you the top 10 now. Wow, we see somebody carrying somebody to the finish. I hope it's just for the show of it, not because of an injury. Well, we'll find out soon enough. So it's not an injury, I heard, which is nice. I suppose she just ran the hills so much that it's hard to run now. But it's so nice to see that the teammates didn't hesitate to use their strength and to carry the team member that was exhausted. So that's real team spirit. But now I will read you the top 10 of the team numbers. So this way it goes the fastest. The top 10 of the team numbers, but these are the first results, not the final one. So the first was team number 2. Second was team number 3. Third was team number 26. Fourth was team number 15. Fifth was team number 8. Sixth was team number 28. Seventh was team number 47. Eighth was team number 6. Ninth was team number 158. And 10th was team number 22. So those teams that heard your number at the moment, you were in the top 10. So the fastest teams managed to run it in 25 minutes. That's a really fast time. Now that it's 44 minutes past from the start, we see that the fastest teams made it in 25 minutes. And the fastest ones today were team number 2 with Julien Vuitton from France, with Salazar from Slovenia, and Adrian Damare from Spain. The second today were team number 3 with Quentin Andreu from France, Matilda Latvala from Finland, and Thomas Brandelis from New Zealand. And third was team number 26 with Atte Ikola from Finland, Aiden Skinner from New Zealand, and Daria Berezhna from Ukraine. And fourth today was team number 15 with Ilari Haltia from Finland, Matilda Lesniak from Poland, and Ernesto Martinez from Spain. And fifth today was team number 8 with Hilda Holmqvist Johansson from Sweden, Leon Epster from Austria, and Ryan Castro from Brazil. And sixth today was team number 28 with Hanna Lundberg from Sweden, Oleg Samoilov from Russia, and Jeremy Duo from Belgium. So if you listen carefully, you heard many names that we've seen on the podium on the previous days. But this doesn't guarantee you good results already. You have to manage to have a nice strategy for the whole team. It's not enough to have one good orienteer in the team. You have to actually make it in a way, in a good strategy to optimize the strengths of the team. And now that everybody's been on the track for around 45 minutes already, we have many teams finished. And the results that I read you in a few moments ago were the preliminary ones. It's not the final and the fixed results yet. But yeah, those were the fastest ones. So we had around 200 teams running today, 298 if I'm not mistaken. So those in the top 10, wow, you really made it good today. I see team coaches here from England and from New Zealand. You were slightly slower than other coaches' teams that came here the first. So what happened? Did you have to wait for each other in the intermediate checkpoints?
No, I think we took the most of the scenery and just ran around, had a good time, and I think we planned it pretty good. We all got there at more or less the same time. So
it's nice to hear that you took most of the scenery of this beautiful hilly sites here in this winter capital of Estonia. So Team England, how are you satisfied with the results of your team as a whole here in this competition?
Yes, we've had some good results. We've had the gold in the boys, which has been great. Ewan was our star 2 days in a row. But we've had a lot of good, solid performances and also no miss punches, so that's good. And the team have enjoyed it, and we feel that Estonia have done a great job in the organisation. So thank you, Team Estonia.
Thank you for those nice words, and it's really nice to hear that Team England has enjoyed it, and it's nice that there is no miss punches, that everybody has kind of managed to do their job, and there's actually kids on the podium and actually some really nice runs. So it seems like a clear success for the English team here in Estonia on these competitions. And of course, for me as an organizer, it's really nice to hear that they are satisfied and happy with the organizing side as well. So those teams that are already finished and those competitors who already finished, please quickly put on some warm clothes. It's really kind of freezing in here in these 6 or 7 degrees. It was a lot warmer 2 weeks ago, but yeah, life is full of surprises and the weather is full of surprises. But at least it's not raining yet. I was so afraid that it's going to rain for the whole day, and then it would have been a bit of a struggle. But now it's really nice and warm and not warm, beautiful and nice, and a lot better than the rainy part. And we see some coaches' teams finishing, some kids' teams finishing still. And now they started holding hands. You are on camera.
Take it. Two, you two. Come on. Two teams together. Yes. Great job. Complete.
If any team lost your map on the way to the finish while holding hands, we found one map, and on the back of this map is written Olena, Ukraine, and Stefano Raus. So these two things are written on the back of the map. I suppose these are the teammates of the map owner. So this map is now near to the finish area, and if you would like to get your map back, then you can get it here from the finish area. So on the back of the map is written Olena, Ukraine, and Stefano Raus. So I suppose these are the teammates of the map owner. So if those people come to claim your map, I put it here on the drinks desk. So this map is here on the drinks desk. If you want to have it for later analysis, then you can find it here. I suppose most of the teams have finished by now. I see a lot of people here on the stadium already. So soon I will read you out who are the top 20 of today. These are still the preliminary results, not the final and fixed results. So don't take it for 100% sure. These are preliminary results, but I will read you out loud the team numbers of top 20 really soon. I get it printed at the moment, so it will be fresh information right from the printer.
Yes, yes, I know. It's the Spanish guy.
Yeah, maybe you want to analyze it. So the result, I will try to read you the team numbers of the top 20. So pay attention now to find out if you were in this top 20. So the first ones to arrive in the finish today was team number 2. The second to arrive to the finish was team number 3. On third position, team number 26. On fourth position, team number 15. On fifth position, team number 8. On sixth position, team number 28. On seventh position, team number 47. On eighth position, team number 6. On ninth position, team number 158. On 10th position, team number 22. On 11th position, team number 176. On 12th position, team number 127. On 13th position, team number 40. On 14th position, team number 93. On 15th position, team number 193. On 16th position, team number 46. On 17th position, team number 21. On 18th position, team number 163. On 19th position, team number 39. On 20th position, team number 10. And while I'm already here, I give you the next 10 as well for your information. And you have to know that these teams have already done really, really good, since it's around 200 teams in here today. That's a lot. On 21st position, 112. On 22nd position, 11. On 23rd position, team number 7. On 24th position, team number 36. On 25th position, team number 134. On 26th position, team number 180. On 27th position, team number 88. On 28th position, team number 161. On 29th position, team number 19. On the 30th position, team number 69. So these are the top 30 of today. I have to say these teams did all really extremely good, as it was around 200 teams in here today in total. And the fastest one in finish were today with 25 minutes and 16 seconds. It took them only 25 minutes and 16 seconds to actually find all these 49 controls on their way to actually minimize the loss of time due to waiting each other, and to maximize their strengths and to make the best strategy for today, to make use of all the fast running that they can do. So they did some really nice planning, probably had some really nice luck as well, and did in general an amazing job in today's race. So if you want to know who were the top 3 who really did these amazing plannings and really succeeded today, it's team number 2 with Julien Vuitton from France, with Zala Zavril from Slovenia and Adrian Tamaret from Spain. The second one today in the finish was team number 3 with Quentin Andreu from France, with Matilda Latvala from Finland and Thomas Brendelis from New Zealand. And the third one to arrive today in the finish was team number 26 with Ate Ikola from Finland Aidan Skinner from New Zealand, and Daria Berezhna from Ukraine. I see some people still with running clothes waiting there or standing. Please put on something warm. It's really cold just to look at you. So if you're still with your competition clothes and just waiting for something, please put on some more warm clothes. It's just around 6 degrees outside. It's kind of like in the middle of the winter at the moment. And of course we're in the winter capital of Estonia, but still it's unexpectedly cold. So please do wear some really nice and warm clothes if you're here outside on the stadium. So the results are here on the white boards, where I'm here with my big red jacket and winter clothes. I'm totally in red and waving to you. This is where the results are. But now I have the results for the coaches race as well. So the first to be in the finish today was team number 812. And it consisted of Joanfra Marin from Spain, Stefano Raus from Italy, and Olena Rodakova from Ukraine. So this was the fastest coaches team, and the time was 26:26, which was just a bit more than 1 minute slower than the fastest team, consisting of kids from different nationalities. The second team for coaches was team number 803. And the coaches participating in the team 803 were Liam Thompson from New Zealand, Tulia Wiberg from Finland, and Aleš Perenc from Slovenia. And the third in the coaches competition was team number 808. It consisted of coaches with the names Didrik Hall from Sweden, Sophie Kirk from England, and Bernard Dubois from Belgium. And the fourth of the coaches race was team 809. And the coaches there are John Musgrave from Scotland, Ausra Barkeviciena from Lithuania, and Jolanta Sulchena from Lithuania. The fifth was team number 810. So this is the fifth of the coaches race. And the team members there are Daniel Jonski from Poland, Olena Dotsenko from Ukraine, and Kirsi Arvela from Finland. And the sixth in the coaches race was team number 814. And in this team, we had Nauris Neimanis from Latvia, Blas Lopez from Spain, and Catherine Crystal from New Zealand. So this is the top 6 of the coaches race. But you can see all these results by yourself as well, and you can compare yourself with your other friends. These results you can see down here on these white boards. We have printed out the results, and they are right here for you to observe. You can see how your team did and how your friends' teams did, and most interestingly, how your coach's team did. And then you can ask later on how their strategy and planning went, and you can discuss what you can do better next time, and you can share your tips and tricks if you really succeeded good in this part. And now that most of you are out from the forest and chilling and relaxing in here, I would like to announce a quick reminder. Yesterday, after the competition, I was walking around in the house in here, and to be honest, I saw quite a bit of trash on the ground. Empty bottles, some leftover food, and something like that. So today, if you eat inside the house, please, please, very, very much please, clean up after yourself. There's trash bins everywhere. There's so many places to take your trash to. So please clean up after yourself. I know that most of you really had cleaned up after yourself because it seemed like only, I don't know, 20, maybe 30 people had left it on the stairs and the random places on the ground, but it looked kind of ugly like that. So it would be really nice if those 20 or 30 people who left their food, leftovers and empty bottles lying around in the house would as well clean up after yourself today. But I know it's so many of you here, many hundreds, so many of you did it really nice. I'm really sure of that. But please today, everybody, if you eat somewhere, even here on the tribune or somewhere inside the house, please do not leave your food leftovers or empty bottles or empty packages lying around on the ground or on the benches. There's so many trash bins where you can put them to. So it would be really nice to have a clean stadium house after the competition as well. So thank you for that, and thank you for cleaning up after yourself. So I would like to remind you again to clean up after yourself. And if you eat somewhere outside the food area. In the food area as well, it would be nice if you throw the garbage where it belongs to. I know that in Estonia we really like cleaning. We even do these days every year where everybody cleans up the nature, but that